Hello, everyone. This is Arjun Rai, founder and CEO at HelloWoofy.com. Today, we have some incredible industry-shaking updates for you, and we really hope you're going to find these exciting and interesting and actually beneficial to your small business. But I also want to introduce Troy, one of our newest investors through our last Reg CF equity crowdfunding effort we did a couple of weeks ago. Troy, you want to quickly introduce yourself?
Hey, you amazing digital world people. I am Troy Sands. You can find me at Find Troy. I help you grow your business with social media as a strategist, as a marketing director, and I'm a really big advocate of speaking and educating people on using social media, on using tools like HelloWoofy to expand on their business.
Thank you, Troy. Now, let's talk about a couple of updates from the company. Now, one of the things that you may know, and I'm going to do a quick screen share, is that we've been building technology that allows you to autocomplete words and sentences and then get, potentially engaging, but more importantly, contextually relevant emojis, right? So let's go ahead and share my screen and show you what we've been doing with this piece of technology. So originally, we built the platform to allow you to do that capability in a social media text area, right? So if I start typing in "how are you," it's giving me that recommendation even before I type the word R-E or R-A-R-E. Like all I have to do is hit tab, then say I love you, or right now I'm really craving coffee, which is what I have right now next to me. Then it'll try to figure out emojis that are going to be relevant to what I've typed in so far. Now, again, the reason why this is super important, and we love stressing out the point of emoji usage, is because if you take a look at Adobe's research called the Cultural Phenomena of Emojis, it's called the Emoji Trend Report. Scroll all the way to the bottom, right? And you can Google this. You can look at this for your own on your own time. Emojis drive huge amounts of uplift and engagement. Now, we're probably one of the pioneers in figuring out how do you connect three different languages: English, which is just normally how we converse on social, emojis, and hashtags, right? And so it's super important to know the relationship between the three different languages, because that's how you get the perfect copy. So now that we know emojis tend to drive huge amount of uplift and engagement, potentially at least, it's also now driving purchase intent. So let's go back to here and show you what ends up happening. So obviously, based on what I've typed in so far, we get the coffee cup, we get this kind of an emoji. Now, more importantly, we're also now looking at which emojis are being used in real time around the world. Now, this is now giving you the ability to understand, from a trend perspective, what is being used, is more popular. Maybe you want to go after the trends. Maybe you want to stay away from the trends, right? You now have an level of understanding of popularity and trends in terms of emoji data science. Now, when it comes to sentiments, that's where we're going this summer. Troy, you're probably going to like this. We're talking about sentiment, and if you type, something that is neutral or very positive, and then you want to add in a couple emojis that may be actually neutral or negative, that's going to start giving you an indication saying, "Hey, Troy, full stop. You're about to add something that's going to bring down the sentiment." Now, isn't that interesting?
Oh, totally. That's necessary, especially right now.
Yeah. I mean, talk to me about what do you think is, what do you think? What are some of your emojis? Like, what are your favorite emojis?
Well, I think if you follow me anywhere, you know that my most used emoji is the thinking emoji, hands down. However, you also notice I have the little rocket ship launch in a lot of my headers and a lot of my social media platforms as well.
Yeah.
There is for people who don't recognize the significance of this. So again, you might be a small business owner, you may be a team of one, maybe a team of many, but you don't have all the data and all the analytics to prove this with that, prove this with that. Here's the caveat for you. Here's what you can do. HelloWoofy with the AI system and allowing you to really decide on which emoji makes sense takes the thought out of it. So if you compact that into a month, you compact that into a year, you're going to be saving a ton of time making these small micro decisions that's going to hopefully, well, more than likely, convert and help you push more ROI, get more engagement, get your vanity metrics up, get your real metrics up. All these different things are going to help you be a better marketer in social media digital marketing platforms for sure. And think about it for Instagram and for Twitter and for Facebook, that's going to be huge because these small little details is what's gonna make or break you in a lot of areas. And guess what? You can, if it works, you can utilize that in your ad copy and a lot of other things as well that people may not be realizing how to use this as like an A/B testing tool.
Yep. And then you can take your favorite articles. In fact, you could be on the website itself and use our Google Chrome extension to add the content to your library immediately. But if we go ahead and take the URL, we can paste it in. It'll actually, like your best friend, your furry little friend, go fetch content for you from the article. And you don't even have to read the article. Obviously, we recommend you reading the article and having a little synopsis of it. But it'll start suggesting quotes you could use from the article that may be useful for the creation of the whole post. And then relevant hashtag, of course, is about emojis. If we need inspirational, maybe the inspiration might be a good hashtag. Instead of that, maybe we might want to do motivation. And then heck, we might want to translate it into another language as well. So we took all of this amazing technology, which is patent pending, and we decided to build something called Journal. Now, Journal launched a couple of days ago, and it is literally the ability to take that technology you just saw and now write entire blog posts. And then once you're done with the blog post, now consider this. Social media marketing in itself is a lot of grunt work for a small business owner, right? For a solopreneur. Yeah. For a freelancer who's really trying to find leads online, especially with COVID-19, especially with where the economy is at, you need a best friend. You have your dog, now you got Woofy as well. Now, once you're done with your 2,000, 1,500 word, word blog content or long form content, this is for long form content in general, you can then automate it to your favorite blogging platform, which is Medium. And soon WordPress as well. Give us a month and a half, we're going to automate it to WordPress as well. And then once you're done, you can then follow it up with a social media post that is going to promote the Medium article you just automatically posted to your blog, to your Medium account. Isn't that cool?
This is huge, and I think a lot of people, again, a lot of social is about your content and what you drive people to. It's not just about the actual post on the platform itself. Is about driving these factors. So you're able to do all that in-house, creating content that's going to elevate to Medium, which is a really strong index of your website and brand. If you haven't done that, go ahead and do that. It's a great elevator there. And then couple that with the power of HelloWoofy to push it on social media after. That's a right jab, left jab type of combo right there, y'all.
Yeah. This allows every SMB, every small business owner to jab the beep out of it. And then once you add an image, the top image is going to be what WordPress would consider the featured image, or what Medium would consider the I think they call it the header image. It's featured image, header image. That's now, and automatically syncs all of that up. In fact, you can also add videos. So all this amazing technology is now available at your fingertips. And again, what is the price point, Troy? What's the price point?
$49.99.
Yeah, it's $49 for the year, and if you sign up today, you're grandfathered in. And by the way, there may be a price hike coming up, so you might want to consider grabbing a license if you haven't already, and grandfathering yourself for $49 a year. Now let's talk about the next amazing thing that we built. So my goal from the very beginning, and we launched publicly about 5 or 6 months ago, was to allow you to use all the amazing patent pending technology anywhere on the internet. So we did that. Now what that means is, if I wanted to go ahead and say, if I'm in WordPress, right? If I go ahead and type in I love you and my dog, we've built the ability for you to programmatically type up anywhere on the internet using our Google Chrome extension. So if you're using an auto-correcting Google extension that we might all know about, well, now you have the ability to get recommendations for words and sentences as you're typing them. You could be, let's go ahead and go to Evernote. Let me log into my Evernote account. You could be an Evernote. You could be an email. You could be typing a blog post. You could be filling out whatever you're filling out. It'll work here as well. So let's go ahead and type in how are you? I think I have the best job ever, which is true. I have the best job ever helping small businesses with data science. And now you have that ability to, literally do it anywhere. Love, and then I can double click on it. It'll give me emoji recommendations. Oh, there you go. Let's see where to go. There we go. And we're good to go. So now you have, now it's not just about social media marketing. It's not about content marketing. It's about being there at every step of the way when it comes to all forms of writing for the small business owner. I mean, do you take a lot of notes, Troy, on Evernote? And how would this affect you and your business?
Oh, all the time. And one thing I want to really push and elevate is this ability. So a lot of people, especially if you've been in the marketing game as long as I have, and you have to deal with a lot of different things. We have to go to search Facebook emoji, find the right one, copy, paste. It may not be the right script code. You got to find the right one for Twitter or whatever you're trying to do, or even on WordPress, which it doesn't normally naturally have emojis. You got to copy and paste and try to do the HTML code. You get my point for the struggle, y'all. This eliminates all of that, and you're able to just, if you have a consistent emoji that you use for your namesake or in a lot of your titles or whatever, now you can conveniently do that efficiently and with ease with a simple Chrome extension. It don't get any easier than that, y'all. It does not get any easier than that. I'm not a salesman, but I'm just telling y'all, for those who have to deal with this, like I have to deal with this on a regular basis, this just makes your time so much easier to be consistent with your branding, with your content. And again, emojis allow you to connect to that human connection just a little bit more. If you couldn't connect with sarcasm, if you could connect with hearts and everything, now you can more effectively. And considering we got Gen Z coming behind us, that's going to help it be a game changer.
Absolutely. And by the way, we're just getting started. We've been around only 6 months. We've gone from 30 customers to nearly 4,000. That is a whopping 13,000% trajectory up in terms of growth. And I was just doing the math yesterday, and it is insane. We've grown 13,000%. Like 30 people who believed in us early on to 4,000 people and small businesses who believe in us. And by the way, I want to take a quick caveat and a quick side road, if you will, and make sure that everyone knows to join Content Masters. If you're listening to us on Content Masters, hello. But if you're also listening to us on our Facebook page, make sure you join the community, because I think Troy will agree. This is a very vibrant community of people who are customers, partners, believers in the product, but they're also asking us questions. They're telling us what's working for them, what's not working for them. In fact, they love their dogs and cats. They're sharing all about that because we love that. This is a very safe zone for having, a very family-like community, an open community where really we as a tech company want to be in the know of what our customers desperately need, especially with the economy and the way it is today. What can we build, and how can we help small business, not only small business America, but we have customers all over the world who are affected currently, and they're using our technology to get ahead, especially on digital marketing. Troy, what's your quick 2 cents about the Facebook group? I mean, do you think this is how every small business or every tech company should be doing their customer discovery, in real time?
Look, you've allowed us to be a part of this journey. You're hearing us, you're seeing us. That's all really people want. You want to know how to get brand advocates really quickly? Make them part of the journey, make them part of the discussion, make them part of the decision-making process and the Q&A and the A/B testing and all these different components. They're going to be your ride or die. They're going to be there when it goes up and when it goes down. And even with COVID-19, with a lot of other externalities and factors, we're having this community and talking through these touch points through the eyes of social, through the eyes of marketing and technology, and how we can come together to figure out these situations and how we can better empower ourselves during a time like this is invaluable. And a lot of brands who are now trying to play catch up, hey, y'all need to come up to this plate. This community is really great. Let me tell y'all, sometimes I have to mute the engagement for a little bit to get some work done because my phone be vibrating all the time. I'm like, what is going on? What is this comment? What is this? What is that? And you want to be plugged in all the time. It's just a great atmosphere. Again, it's a global community. It's all about empowerment. It's all about learning and educating on marketing and data and combining all that together. And again, we're getting viewpoints from all over, from different businesses, from SMBs, everyone all over, and it's coming together, and we're just having open, honest, fair, transparent discussions, which is invaluable.
Yeah, Thank you so much, Troy, for being a part of that community. It is so incredible to have the right kinds of people around you. You are absolutely the. I said it I said it a couple of weeks ago. You're the average of the 5 people you hang out with, but more importantly, you're also the 5. You're the average of the 5 tools you end up using most often for your small business, right? If you're using not so great of a social media scheduler, or you're using not so great of an email client, you're probably going to get not so great of a result, or at least in efficiency, right? So it's important to make sure that people come first, and then the right tools, the right mindset, all of that is super important for small businesses. Now let's talk about the Discover section. Now, originally the Discover section, by the way, for the history, for a little bit of back history, this was a feature that I was like, I'm just going to throw it in because I would have loved it as a social media agency founder, because I had to run around the internet and find, publications after publications who would, be able to, generate enough content that would be relevant to my customers and my clients, and also myself, because I obviously had to produce content for my agency. Well, we listened to you, and we've introduced a new integration that allows you to have not just 54 publications. That was the original. Now we call it the basic edition. The advanced edition has thousands of publications from all over the world. We tried to make it look like a newspaper, like a real newspaper. I love skeuomorphism. And now you have thousands of publications, especially for our international clients. You will now be able to find content in your language, in your country, depending on the filters that we have on the left side. So all you have to do is simply click on the filters, and you're able to see by date, by the content type. Is it a podcast? Is it a infographic, review, webinar? What different, really advanced search capabilities. And again, this is only available for pro level users. But at $49 a year, that's like $4 a month. You are considered a pro user and will be grandfathered in. And then you can search for word count, language, sentiment. We're really honing down on sentiment, especially on the emoji side. And we're going to be doing a lot more data science around figuring out what emojis are driving engagement, what words are driving engagement, what hashtags, what level of spacing you should have when it comes to posts as well. All the nitty-gritty details that you shouldn't be worrying about, we will take care of that. And as you're typing the post, we'll give you a little bit of nudges here and there saying, are you heading towards your goal of being more successful, or are you going away from it? And that will be done programmatically. But the Discover section, we heard you. You wanted a better Discover section. We made it better.
So to add to this context, back in the day, people, especially social people, you had to do the RSS feeds to come off as those thought leaders, right?
Yeah.
Well, now Discover Advanced is like take that to a whole nother level. Compact with the AI of emojis and everything else, you are going to be a bad social person, cranking out high level content, giving that value to your community, giving that value, showing your vastness of appearing and almost seeing like you're connected and in the know in your industry, in your field, specifically in your geolocation, in your country, whatever those metrics may follow. And now, guess what? It also will populate quotes and different things for you. If you don't have the time to read a 1,200,000, who does, right? You're able to populate key things right in there, line it up, and give that value, give that added value that you touch base with it. It's not just an RSS feed where you're just setting to get it and it doesn't make sense. It doesn't sound like you. Now you're able to schedule these things out with your thought, with your opinion, with your, hey, these few quotes, these commentary pieces of something, this is why you should read, this is why you should consume it. And I'm the one who's been that highway, that middleman, that connected to this knowledge. That's going to make you invaluable. That is what's going to help you grow your community and hopefully grow your success through social media as a highway using HelloWoofy as the platform.
Yeah. And Troy, believe it or not, I have some stats here from our user base. We've had nearly 12,000 social media accounts connected to HelloWoofy. We have nearly 4,000 users, so almost on the average, it looks like we have about 3 to 4 social media accounts being added per user. We've had nearly 1,500 campaigns run through our network, which is essentially, for people who don't know what a campaign is, simply put, it's the ability to have content that is mostly evergreen or all evergreen, entirely come out over and over again on a set schedule. So if you're doing Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and you want to do more than just the 3 days, you can turn on pattern schedule, and that'll allow you to say, or at least tell the platform, you want it to happen like, in this pattern every single week. And then it'll ask you till when do you want this to go? Let's say a couple of weeks out on the 25th, we want it to end. We want to post every week. Maybe you want to do every 2 weeks. That's okay too. and you can choose which category you want the content to come out of. And then you can name it whatever campaign you want. We can say, my campaign, or rocks, and we'll call it that just for the demo. What social accounts you want to post it to? So Content Masters being our social account, and then what time do you want this to come out? The point is, we've had nearly 1,500 campaigns run with multiple posts within them. And let's take a look. We've had nearly 10,000 hashtags added to HelloWoofy as well. Now you're taking a look at hashtag playlists here. These are your playlists, like Spotify or any of your other favorite music players. You have the ability to add your favorite hashtags to the category, and then when you're creating content, it's available right there. When you click on entrepreneur, I clicked on the wrong button. When you click on entrepreneur, you can switch to entrepreneur hashtags. When you click on foodie, you can see all the hashtags, and you can just literally just tap, and you're done with your social posts. We've had nearly 10,000 hashtags added. Let's take a look at, so we just launched Journal, I want to say like a week ago. We've had nearly 120 posts generated already in the Journal tab, which I think is incredible. Like, I want to know what the posts, where the posts, what are the posts about, how long they are. We'll make sure we get some data around that as well. But 120 posts, I mean, wow, that's incredible. We've had nearly 24,000 library posts. That means 24,000 posts have been added to your library collectively across the user base. That is a lot of content. We've also had, actually, sorry, that's library posts. We've had, 80,000. There are two different numbers. Combined, it's about 80,000 posts have been added. That is a lot of posts. And the average post length is about 218 characters. So it looks like people are trying to stay below the Twitter limit of 280. And the average, the average single post is 218. And the average library post is 396. So people are typing a longer form content in the library, but when they're doing their single post, they're typing shorter form. Which is interesting user behavior. This is very fascinating. Very, very fascinating. All right, so let's move on to our next point. Anything you want to cover, Troy, before I move to the next thing?
The last thing I wanted to just quickly mention, if you notice that when you just populate what you're trying to post for the day, and you'll see the hashtags for the day, you see the emojis for the day, it's really giving you that awakeness of like, hey, this is what's going on in the world. These are the hashtags that are going to be used. Friday feeling is June 19th, all these different components, the black heart emoji, a lot of these different components mean something, and it's going to empower you and be in the know. So this is allowing you from the jump, if you're coming into today and you don't know what day is going on, you don't know what hashtags is trending, or maybe what you should be aware of to now talk about, this is helping you do that right away. So a kudos to you, kudos to your team for implementing that and incorporating that. I know that's a big thing. People may not understand the thing behind the scenes of that, but we appreciate that as users.
Thank you. And I will say the credit goes all to the team. They've been working day in and day out, especially for the next few announcements that are coming out. They've been an incredible team. By the way, if you guys haven't checked out our recent website, take a look at HelloWoofy and the About section. We did a quick update here and included some new investors, aka Troy, and some new avatars to represent our team. So this is our team. We're nearly 16 people globally. Again, I want to give a huge shout out to each and every one of these individuals. They've been incredibly important to getting all of this done, especially our pets. We've got some incredible investors on board. As you know, we just did a Reg CF equity crowdfunding campaign, and Troy had invested. We raised nearly $400,000 from customers and new investors, some of whom actually became customers as well. So it was actually a great way for us to expand our customer base while raising capital so that we could further our mission to support every small business owner with a categorically new product for the price of a cup of coffee. Now, so we have Tim Draper, who's a billionaire investor. He invested twice, not just once, but twice. And we are a semi-finalist on his show called Meet the Drapers. So if you scroll down into Facebook, you'll see videos of me pitching on the TV show. And if you need a link to it, make sure you post in the discussion section below as well in the comments. We also have Peter Thiel's Scout Venture 1517. they've been following me since I was 19. Unfortunately, I was disqualified when I turned 20 to join the Thiel Fellowship. But fast forward a couple of years, they ended up investing, and then they invested again. And then we have Steve Hayden, who literally wrote the 1984 ad for Apple with Steve Jobs, and he ran one of the largest agencies in the world. We have the founding engineer at Hootsuite. A couple of other amazing advisors. We have Troy, who's right here live.
It looks familiar. I don't know who that person is, but that avatar looks pretty sharp.
Yeah, I
Kudos
saw
to
you.
the designer.
Is that your new Twitter avatar as well?
I've been rocking that, man. I had a weird someone thought I was Obama in avatar form for a minute. I don't know how I feel about it, but hey, I'll take the win on that.
All good, all good. So let's talk about the new initiative going off of the Republic campaign. So today, as of an hour ago, we wanted to announce that we've actually launched another crowdfunding campaign to raise another $600,000 to $700,000, $689,334 legally. That's how much we can raise maximum, with a minimum goal of $25,000. So if you missed out the last time because I received so many emails and so many messages, so many LinkedIn requests asking, could we invest, could we continue to invest? And I was like, we cannot take any more capital. This was like a one-time thing, but we are back on republic.co/HelloWoofy, republic.co/HelloWoofy. And you can invest as low as $100 into the company and own a piece of it. I was telling one of my friends the other day, this is the first time marketers can actually own a piece of technology that they are using and they've invested in.
I was just saying that to someone a while back. Like, that is crazy. All this time, it's a big deal.
Yeah, and check this out. This just came in from our friends over at Martech today. They just went public with some news that we're going to be talking about in a few seconds. So now, if you have $100 to spare, you can invest as low as $100. Where we bumped up the valuation a little bit because obviously we went from 30 customers when we first ran the campaign to 4,000 amazing, incredible B2B customers, small business owners from all over the world. So we bumped up the valuation a little bit. We've also done nearly $135,000 in sales. Now, these are some highlights you can take a look at here in a very short period of time. And I'm absolutely grateful to all of our affiliate partners, all of our customers, all of our investors, all of our employees, all of the people who work at the company. Truly incredibly grateful for them for making this happen. We ran, the user base is expanding. We have 1,400, I think it's well over 1,400 now, individuals in our Content Masters Facebook group. So if you haven't, if you're listening to us on our Woofy Facebook page, make sure you join our Content Masters Facebook group as well, which we were talking about earlier. Let's go all the way to the top and make sure you see the heading, Content Masters. It's a community for online entrepreneurs. So if you need tips and tricks from social media gurus like Troy, he's in there. We have other agency founders in there. Please join. And we're on track to doing nearly $250,000 or more in sales by the end of the year. And by the way, we're about to announce that we've partnered with Stack Commerce to push some additional announcements as well and push additional sales. So a lot of cool things happening. What do you think, Troy?
To your team, to you, to the community, to the Content Masters, to everyone, it's been a weird, crazy, awesome journey. I remember we connected a year plus ago. We were talking, I was seeing this vision, and it's just been cool. Even before I became an investor, again, I was a user and a beta user at that before and I was able to just see the progression. I was just to hear your team. They listened. I mean, you listened. For us as marketers and social media professionals, we need that. We need our time back. We need to be more effective. We're condensing everything down to the army of just one person. We're expected to do so much and get more goals year after year. And you're taking all these data points, you're taking all these things, you're combining with partners, you're working all these things out to make it an easier, streamlined experience for all of us to have a seat at the table and be effective. So thank you to you and your team.
And thank you to you, Troy. Thank you to every one of our customers. I know I owe you a lot of responses and comments, replies in the Facebook group and on Zendesk and on email. this is what we've been working, and we've been doing it for you guys. We were on a mission to support every small business owner around the world with a categorically new product. Gone are the days of a small business owner not being able to fend for themselves when it came to competing with the biggest companies in their ecosystem, in their industry, because they had unlimited marketing budgets, they had unlimited people to throw on marketing campaigns. We've taken that away with artificial intelligence and the data science. You, the better storyteller, the better creative, can tell better stories using our technology. And if you invest in the company, this is consider it a part of yours as well. You will have a piece of the company to say you've invested in a tool that you use every single day as an SMB marketer. So let's take a look at some of the highlights of this campaign. So let's look at the solution. So obviously we talked about the ability to autocomplete. We talked about the solutions, the engines, and that are patent pending. One of the things that I'm really excited about, let's scroll to the bottom, is, let's see, product section, is the ability to do smart speaker marketing. Now, this might come as a surprise, but smart speaker technology and smart speaker marketing is a real thing. Where to go? Right here. All right, so let's talk about smart speaker marketing. Being able to distribute content on social media was a huge game changer for marketers, for people who are in the radio business and then into the podcast business. But what if we can schedule content for you directly into the living rooms of your listeners, of your followers, where they already have Alexas and other smart home devices? Take a look at this. True to our goal of staying extremely competitive and always ahead, HelloWoofy is currently developing the means to allow our content creating customers like podcast owners, bloggers, much like yourself, Troy, to schedule flash briefings to the Amazon Alexa platform. And unique feature from any competitor. And again, we kind of like say, we're kind of in a category of our, in it, by ourselves. If you talk to Elon Musk, is Ford and Chevy and Toyota a competitor? He's probably going to tell you no. Just, they're not a competitor just because they have 4 wheels and a steering wheel. But if you talk to Chevy and Ford, they're going to be like, yeah, Tesla's a competitor. They got 4 wheels, they got a steering wheel. But here's the difference between the two companies. Elon at Tesla has built a company entirely on energy and how do you distribute energy more efficiently? How do you store energy more efficiently? Yes, it has 4 wheels and a steering wheel, but solar, the solar initiatives, the space initiatives, the car initiatives, and everything else he's working on is all focused on, even the battery initiative, all focused on energy. In our case, we're a data science company. And we built the entire product inherently with data science focus. So now let's take a look at this. Schedule content in text, which will be read by Alexa, short audio clips and short video clips with images for Alexa devices that have a screen, and as with a visual output, as most are only speakers, most are only speakers, hence audio only. Stay tuned for more details in the coming weeks. This is literally what it's going to look like. You can schedule a piece of content to go out to Facebook groups, to Twitter, and Amazon Alexa. And within 15 minutes, your listeners will be able to say, Amazon or Alexa, show me my HelloWoofy briefings. And everyone you follow, because you can follow creators on our HelloWoofy platform, will be able to listen to Troy in their living room, giving them a quick 2-minute synopsis of what's coming up, or a quick flash briefing.
This is a game changer for those who yet to have accepted the fact that we're going to be at a point now where we're going to say, hey, Google, or hey, Alexa, or whatever that AI voice system is. And if you don't come up when they say your name, or they say your name and they want a briefing of it, this is the future. This is not, that's going to be 5 years from now. This is going to happen much faster than you think. And it's already been incorporated in a lot of industries as we speak right now. So knowing that you're investing, or you're being a part of a user platform base that is thinking that forward ahead and setting you up for long-term success in a lot of areas, that's going to become the top #1. I mean, y'all thought the podcast boom was big now, was big 3 years ago, was big 5 years ago. Wait till this hits. Wait till this trend elevates. You're going to be so happy that you're a part of a system that was already ready to take that on and get you there much faster. So
absolutely,
be ready.
Absolutely, and that is exactly where we want to be. We want to be at the forefront of wherever small business marketing is going in the next 5 years. We want all of our customers to be already there, kicking a asterisk asterisk in the field of marketing, right? And literally, you could be a listener on HelloWoofy, you could be a creator on HelloWoofy, and follow one another, and be able to get the briefings, get the updates, whatever you need to you need to do to distribute content in a new medium. We are there with Alexa. And we're really excited about where this is going to be going in the next couple of weeks. Actually, this will be out very soon. Now let's talk about one more thing. Troy, we have another
one
update,
more
right?
thing. Oh my goodness!
There's
this is
one
like a
more
QV
thing.
Commercial.
But stay tuned. There's one more thing. There's more. If you take a look at our campaign page and you scroll all the way to the top and you take a look at what we call the Hootsuite integration.
I see something. What's that I see? Can you zoom in a little bit for me? Wait a minute now. What's this? Woo! Hello.
We've integrated with our friends at Hootsuite. And the backstory is we literally reached out to Ryan and he made introductions, Ryan being the founder of Hootsuite, and he made introductions internally to the dev team. And long story short, you are now able to use your Hootsuite account within HelloWoofy by simply clicking on Connect Social Account via Hootsuite to be able to schedule single posts, to be able to schedule campaigns, to be able to store content in your library and then schedule it to Hootsuite as well, or discover content in the Discover section, then save it in your library, then schedule it to Hootsuite, or discover content here and then schedule it as a single post. You have the ability to take advantage of every amazing feature that Hootsuite has with a data science and artificial intelligence capable overlay on top. We are not kidding you. From this graphic, you can see that we are sitting on top of a very respected industry leader, Hootsuite. And if you're a customer there, or if you know customers who are of Hootsuite, for $4 a month, which is what comes out to with $49 a year, again, that's a grandfathered in pro level tier pricing. You can have AI capabilities, everything you saw today, all included, including Journal, including the ability to do long form content, including the ability to type anywhere on the internet, anywhere literally on the internet using our Google Chrome extension for $4 a month for $49 a year in perpetuity. Is that a good deal or what?
That's fire. That's y'all might have saw me earlier. Why is he hyping this up? This is a significant deal. This is a big deal. This is a really mega big deal. For those who've been in the game, as long as I've been in the game, who's used every platform under the sun, and then sometimes like 11, this is huge. Combining the AI, combining the components, the data science of HelloWoofy into this platform, partnering with Hootsuite. That is mega huge. That's street cred. That is validation. That is progress. That is growth. That is all the other actions I can't think of right now. That's really significant, y'all.
And I want to give a huge shout out to our friends over at Martech Today. Ginny, you were amazing when you published this article this morning. Let's take a look at the article highlighting the Hootsuite integration. This startup is using AI to suggest emojis, social content for small businesses just like you. HelloWoofy wants to streamline social for small businesses. There is no shortage of options for social media management tools. There are over 300 listed on marketing technology landscape, and HelloWoofy isn't on it yet, but the startup is aiming to bring the assistance of automation to social content creation for small businesses. The company announced a new integration with social media management platform Hootsuite Friday. Hootsuite Integration. Now, we are in the Hootsuite, the official Hootsuite app directory, their app store for integrations, and you can download the integration now and start connecting. Hootsuite integration, as with any MarTech solution, integrations are key to user growth and retention. HelloWoofy has scheduling features too, but it doesn't have the massive user base of a Hootsuite. Hootsuite has 18 million incredible individuals all over the world, social media professionals, using their platform, by the way. HelloWoofy has scheduling features. Rather than compete with Hootsuite, the integration enables HelloWoofy to sit on top of the veteran management platform, which connects with more than 20 social networks and has some 18 million users. Take a look at this is the landing page itself, which you can take a look at on Hootsuite's website. With the business accounts linked, users can compose posts powered by HelloWoofy's machine learning content. Everything we saw today for $49 a month, $49 a year, soon a month at some point. Let's see. We want to talk about cappuccinos on Monday. This is talking about the campaigns we talked about. Yep. And software analyzes emojis that are being used in real time to surface trends and understand which ones outperform. There's also the option to translate posts into one of several other languages. A Grammarly-like Chrome extension brings HelloWoofy's autocomplete and emoji suggestions to whatever site business owners are writing on. The journal features blog posts, integrates with Medium and with WordPress and LinkedIn in the works. Why we care? Well, there are several robust scheduling collaboration tools for social media. Team solutions like Buffer offer daily content suggestions. Woofy is aimed at bringing AI content creation to small businesses, and the pro version costs $49 annually. Holy moly, this is amazing. Thank you, Ginny. Thank you so much, Ginny. I know you're listening to us in the Facebook group. Thank you so much for this amazing piece of content. Wow. Troy, what do you think?
I've already hyped it up. I've already conveyed. I've done the emojis. I've done the reactions. Y'all can screen record that and use it as gifts for all I care. Actually, don't do it. You know what? Do it. I don't care. It's amazing. I think this is a really significant deal. This is showing the vastness of what HelloWoofy can do and how it can integrate and connect to businesses and also technology and partners. So this is just a taste of what's going to happen next. Y'all, this is huge. It was hard for me to hold this in this whole live, yo. This is very hard, but this is great. I'm so proud of the community. I'm so proud of the progress that has been made. And now is the time to get on the train, invest, republic.co/HelloWoofy, do your thing. You'll be happy that you did because we're forward thinking.
Right there, republic.co/HelloWoofy. If you want to invest into your favorite platform for as low as $100, you will then own a piece of the company that you're using for your own small business. And I really will stress the point, share with your family and friends, share with your colleagues, share with the small business communities, because especially with today, we need to support. We have an obligation. We as a company are doing really well as a business. We have an obligation to continue helping other small businesses to be able to come out of the situation that they found themselves in with COVID-19, with coronavirus. We know we've helped so many businesses. We've given away free licenses. We've given away reduced pricing licenses as well. We've been trying to do whatever we can to continue supporting small businesses, in fact, all over the world, because this is a global situation that we found ourselves in. If you know someone who needs help, email me, have them email me, arjun@hellowoofy.com. And honestly, we want to be able to help. If you can't afford $49 a year, we'll work something out. But $49 a year, you get everything you just saw today for a few more weeks or a few more months, where we may be doing a price hike at some point. So stay tuned for that as well. But we're on a mission. I mean, we're on a mission, like just like you, Troy. We're on a mission to support the underdog marketeer, and I love saying marketeer because if you take a look at the definition, it's and I learned this from my dad. Marketeer is a person that sells, actually hits the bottom line. A marketer just advertises and talks about the product, but doesn't actually tie revenue and sales together, which is usually where you find yourself in, is the sales and the marketing and then the engineering and the product teams. They bump into each other. I mean, I'm sure Troy, you could probably relate, right?
100%, my friend.
Yeah. So any other tips and tricks you have, Troy? Anything else we want to cover? I think that was, all of our announcements in the Facebook group and our Facebook page as well. Anything else you want to talk about, Troy?
Definitely just want to highlight that for those who have yet to understand or have used HelloWoofy or don't know the extent, we talked about the new features, but even if we go back to the bare minimum basics, the UX UI experience is so simple, so easy to use. Even for those who maybe have visual impairments or those who may lack the mega understanding of handling a deeper, more in-depth schedule or system, this is so easy to use. It's so easy. They do it all for you all. Yeah. So it's not that hard for those who, communities and businesses who, because of COVID-19, they're forcing themselves to be more in the social game, to invest more in that. Suggest HelloWoofy, give them the link, let them know what they're doing, what they get into. I've been a part of various videos. Arjun has done a million of these things. There's enough content between two of us that we have shared and articulated the vastness of what you can do with HelloWoofy and the capabilities. It's not intimidating. It's not going to be very difficult to start using. It's going to be easy to use. You're going to see a lot of results. And it does a lot of it for you. Even for people like me who are trained to do everything, it's allowed me to do less. For a lot of my clients, I've suggested this product to, they immediately grab onto it, and we're able to, with my content strategy and then using HelloWoofy, they've been able to soar and elevate. So definitely suggest this to those who maybe are in that on the fence in the middle. They don't either they're financially compromised and they don't have enough marketing dollars to do what they need to do, or they're new to the game. They're intimidated by social all the way through. This is a good combination of best of both worlds that sets them up for long-term success. Even after COVID-19 is over, this will be very, very good for them for an ROI.
Yep, and like I said, we're semifinalists on TV. Meet the Drapers. Follow the show. Well, you're going to be seeing a lot of updates coming through there. Tim Draper, world-renowned investor, is already on board. In fact, on top of that, we also have Neil Patel, who endorsed us during our last campaign. Oh, by the way, these are some screenshots. You might see some familiar comments in here. We just took away the names and avatars just to protect people's privacy. But we have a really great, robust, level of traction there. I'm trying to see where we had the customer side. I think it was 4,000 customers traction. There we go. I think this is where we actually talked about Neil Patel endorsing us through our Angels and Entrepreneurs. So I know many of the people in here who are watching are from Angels and Entrepreneurs. Huge shout out to Neil, who interviewed me several months ago. And, it's been great. The journey, it's been truly a miracle. Our company, it's like cats have 9 lives. We had like 30, 50 lives. And, there's a movie. If you want to learn more about the story of the company and how we got here, watch this quick video about how we went from nothing to 4,000 users, 135,000 in sales in 6 months. Take a look at this video because it'll tell you. That's literally, I wrote on my wall, every little nuance of the company, from having 12K in the bank, to letting go of one of my closest friends, letting go of our CTO just because it wasn't a good fit anymore, to hiring a new dev team, having $12,000 in the bank, finding a full-time job, getting laid off from that full-time job, finding a part-time job, working on this early mornings and late evenings, and then AppSumo calling us and launching on AppSumo, and then doing 30,000 in sales in like 2 months, early January of this year, to Republic calling us. Republic actually called, we auditioned at Republic, they rejected us, and then they accepted us on the TV show. And then while that was happening, while I was flying out to California just a couple of weeks before my mom passed away, but we still launched. We made it work. We aired on Meet the Drapers, the TV show, and lo and behold, we raised nearly 400K the last time around with our campaign. So truly thanks to you.
We're proud of you. I'm waiting to see the documentary in a couple of years. Hopefully I get a little segment of, they did it. They did it. Oh my goodness.
Yep. Guys, as low as $100, you get a piece of this company. You get, access to me. You get access to a company that wants to build product for small businesses all over the country, all over the world. If there is any way we can help you, be more competitive. Heck, if you need tips on, resources on Fiverr or on Upwork, we've done everything. We only have street smart. We've learned everything. We learned how to raise capital. You learn how to build product. We learned how to do sales. We have phenomenal advisors and people like Troy on the team. You have access to them as well. Join the Facebook group, Content Masters. Go ahead and try out the product. Just get a free trial, or free tier, as we call it. The trial ended a couple of months ago, but go ahead and click on. If you see here the difference between a free, version of the product and the pro version, it's a no-brainer. $4 a month, $49 a year in perpetuity at the pro level. It completely makes sense. And again, if there's anything we can do, if there's anything that Troy can do, let us know. But those are the updates. And again, we are integrated with Hootsuite. If you want to learn more about Hootsuite, go to apps.hootsuite itself, and you can then see the integrations there. You can click on the search and look for HelloWoofy, and you will find all the information you need there. Click on Learn More. That'll take you to our knowledge base and allow you to integrate, connect your Hootsuite account directly into HelloWoofy. Was that a good Friday or a Friday update or what?
That's beautiful, man. That's a great Friday update for sure.
Cool.
Wow.
Well, thanks, Troy. Thank you, Troy, for joining early morning. I know you're out in a different time zone, so thank you for joining as well.
I do it for the people.
Yep. All right, guys, that was Content Masters. Quick update on Content Masters and our Woofy Facebook page. If there's anything we can do for you, let me know. This is Arjun Rai, like Argentina without the Tina, founder and CEO at HelloWoofy, and we have Troy Sandage.
There you go. At Fine Troy. That's all you need to know. Fine Troy. That's my name. Let's do it.
Yeah. And he is a social media executive. Go follow him. He's also now investing in startups that are cool. And so if you're looking for capital, hit him up. All right, guys. Take care. Bye.